Hey folks, thanks for stopping. Yep. That's all, folks. Hello everybody, welcome to 54 Nights.
You were really doing that.
I was really doing that. So,
it's vodka.
If you've watched any of our previous RV shopping videos, we are now to the point where we're going to talk a little bit about our what we've experienced during our shopping. And where we're at with certain RVs, certain brands.
Where our head's at right now.
Yeah, which could change. We told you this from the get-go.
Our heads are pretty rattly.
Yes, they are. So, you know, if you watched that first video, we listed out our must-haves and our wants. King bed had to be less than 36 foot in length, residential refrigerator, outside TV, blah 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 blah. And so we went looking at RVs with that list, or those two lists in mind, and we have reached a point where we're down to two different RVs. You thought I was going to say a decision, didn't you? Told you this to take a long time.
Not with us. You know, but owning an RV, a motorized RV, and then camping so much in the smaller ones made it easier for us to notice some things that, like the TV, like we looked at one RV that when it's closed up, which we stop all the time with, and we don't open up the camper, the TV is completely covered. I mean, completely covered.
Yep.
in the slide out. So things like that it's kind of nice. I mean, I think we can make a more informed decision. So that's been something interesting to me. That's been.
So in this video, we are going to break down. We had 4 manufacturers that we were looking at: Fleetwood, Winnebago, Tiffa, and Newmar. We're going to break down each manufacturer that we looked at and why we chose either to look deeper with them or
find somebody
just
else.
Say no. So anyway, we'll start off with Fleetwood. We own a Fleetwood. That's why it was on the list, and really it's a decent build quality. They don't have any diesels that we like. They used to have a diesel floor plan that we liked, and apparently they cut it out this year because they knew we would be shopping. And then, of course, was
that the one with the little desk over on the right?
Yeah, I think so. Had like a bar stool at a...
Yeah, so cool.
Yeah, it was. It was a really neat floor plan. Apparently it wasn't a very popular floor plan, but we liked it. But, you know, the gas coach, we love the floor plan in our rig. The 34C, I think this year it's actually called a 33C.
And almost everybody has this floor plan.
Oh yeah, there's this floor plan exists. Yeah, well, and this floor plan exists in a bunch of different brands.
Right.
Winnebago has it.
That's what I mean, yeah.
Newmar has it. But I mean, we've owned a Fleetwood for 3 years now. We like it. Like I said, the build quality is decent until you start looking at Newmars and Tiffins, and then all of a sudden you start to realize that, yeah, the build quality is decent, but there is better.
Yeah, and if you've been watching us, you know that we actually wanted a Newmar to start with, but we just kind of stumbled upon the one we have.
Yeah.
We've got a really good deal.
And
so we've known that they're better build quality.
Yeah, but I mean, the more we thought about it, you know, do we really want to mess with making things right for this last rig? You know, we have a better chance of getting a more, I guess, superior build quality if we go with one of the other brands. So I mean, really, that's kind of why Fleetwood has fallen off the list for us.
We want something to last longer.
Yeah, I mean, it's not that we don't like Fleetwood. We love our Fleetwood, but it just, for this situation, and that you're going to find that when you're shopping for different situations, you may be looking for something a little bit different. Maybe this is just your first camper and you know you're going to be getting something that you're going to have to work on for a while to make it right, but you're okay with that because you're going to save $10,000.
Right. Not a bad plan at all.
Yeah, really, it's not. But at this point in our lives, we're getting ready to retire in a little less than 4 years. We really just don't want to make it right. We want to buy it right. So, you know. So
we're getting lazy.
We are getting lazy. You work for 30 some odd years and you just start to get lazy. Anyway, let's move on to the next brand. Where are we at? Winnebago. Okay, the gas lineup.
We've never won a Winnebago. Is it like the casino? Winnebago! Oh, the camper. That's right, we're doing campers. Okay.
So the gas lineup on Winnebagos, the 35SF is the closest to our favorite floor plan. The problem with that one is
a queen bed.
Yes.
And I think we talked about this before because we were really interested in it.
And the rear bath kind of shortens things up on the inside, so it makes some of the counter space a little bit shorter. And on top of that, you really only have, with a 22,000 pound chassis and a combined weight rating of 26,000 pounds, you have 4,000 pounds of a tow rating on a 5,000 pound hitch. They'll try to sell it to you as a 5,000 pound tow rating, but realistically you got 4,000 pounds. Not enough. So we looked at, sorry, I got my notes here. In the diesel lineup, the 34T, we liked that one. We've talked about that.
No, that's the one I was talking about. Yeah.
Okay, well, the 34T, the thing is it had a queen bed, but we liked it well enough where we were willing to make a modification to put a king bed in there. It really, the interior of it was pretty basic, and if you've known us long enough, we're kind of basic people. We like that pretty basic interior. So, and I know a lot of people get turned off by that basic interior, which is one of the reasons Winnebago bought Newmar, was to learn how to make fancier motorhomes. You would think with Winnebago being around for 14 forevers, they would know how to make them, but
they just haven't been able to change with the times. I really think that's what it is.
Maybe.
They know how to do it the old way, and now the new way is selling.
But the problem with the Forza 34T is a problem across the entire Forza lineup. They have a weight issue, a severe weight issue. They're underpowered, the motor is underpowered, and the transmission they use is underpowered. They have all this storage space, but if you use it, you're going to be overweight.
Yeah, I am too, but I don't have the storage space problem. I have a weight issue.
Maybe today was not a good day to do this.
Sorry.
I mean, really, compared the Forza to our Southwind, we have a better capacity on our Southwind than what the Forza does, and the Forza is a diesel coach.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
So why spend that money for something that's just
underpowered?
Had to have modification, a big modification.
Yeah, and it's unfortunate because we liked it.
Mm-hmm.
Overall, we liked it, and all the storage space that you can't use unless you're selling or storing Rice Krispie treats.
No, I'm already overweight.
So, with Winnebago ruled out, we've ruled out Fleetwood, we've ruled out Winnebago, we've got two more to look at, two more brands to look at. So we took a good long look at Newmar. We've always liked Newmar. The first time we stepped into a Baystar 3401, we fell in love with Newmar. And nothing has happened to change that, really.
No.
Unfortunately, the Baystar lineup, no washer and dryer. And then you move into the Country Star lineup, and there is one model in the Country Star lineup that fits our length requirements. And it has a king bed, it's got the washer dryer, it really has everything on our list. It doesn't feel right.
No.
I mean, the TV's kind of in a somewhat awkward location, and
you can't see it from the kitchen at all. If you're doing dishes, or if there's a football game, I don't think anybody would get fed, and I don't think any dishes would get done, because neither of us would be in the kitchen.
Order pizza.
Yeah. Although we could see it, that there was, the bunk did have a TV.
Yeah. But I mean, aside from that, there was just, I don't know, it didn't give us that same feeling that some of the other Newmars did.
It's a camper. That's how it felt. It's a camper.
So that took us out of the gas with Newmar. So we looked at the diesel. The Country Star 3426, I think was the number on it.
3401 is the only one I'll ever remember in Newmar.
And it was doable. We liked it. It checked all the boxes on both of our lists. I mean, we really liked it. Unfortunately, when compared to Tiffin's 33AA, basically equivalent, including how little you could store underneath, the biggest difference was we could go all electric with the Tiffin. In order to go all electric with the Newmar, we would have had to upgrade to the Ventana, which is another $100,000, and we're already talking about the $100,000 difference between a diesel and a gas. You know, so.
And what are you really going to get for that? Is it enough to pay another $100,000? And that's a big, is it? And we're kind of coming up with no, not really.
Yeah. But so, as much as we love Newmar, as much as we would love to drive a Newmar, to go camping in a Newmar, to live in a Newmar, they just didn't have anything this year that really fit us. Maybe by the time the 21s are released, maybe they add another floor plan.
Should be cool. I hope everybody adds another floor plan. Yeah. Just open up some more possibilities.
So Newmar is not totally out yet, but
it's looking like
they don't have anything in the 2020s that we want.
No.
So that leaves us with Tiffin. So they had two RVs that we liked. The 34PA, a gas rig, and a 33AA, a diesel rig. We'll go into the whole diesel gas argument in another video. Debate, discussion. And really it's just kind of our take on it. It's not going to be the never mind. Anyway, the 34PA, I liked it. It surprised me when we went into it. I did not expect to like it, just looking at the floor plan on the internet and even looking at walkthroughs on the internet. I really didn't expect to like it at all. And I like it. Even the silly television location
is doable.
Yeah, it works. We would have to order it because of everything that we want on it. We're gonna have to order it if we go with that.
Because we want weird things.
Yeah, the buffet dinette.
Right.
I actually want to get solar put on it. Yeah, it's probably more expensive than if I did it myself.
But it's done.
But it's done. Yeah, so I want to get solar put on it at the factory, which is an option. Plenty of storage in it. It's just a nice rig. And then the 33AA, the diesel rig,
which is almost exactly the same.
Almost. It's close. I mean, the front of it is pretty much the same as far as the layout. You know, from the bathroom back is where it changes a little bit, but
and the living room's not as big, but
yeah,
you've always liked.
I've always liked the reds.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's what was interesting about getting down to the red, because probably 5 years ago we were at an RV show in Dallas and we walked into a red, and Chris, it was a diesel. Well, they're all diesel. All the reds are diesel. Sorry. And we walked in and Chris said, "Wow, I like this. I like the openness of this." And he just like sat down and just like, "Wow, this is nice." And so it's really funny that we're back.
And she was like, it's okay. Yeah, I don't know.
But what's weird is I'll let Chris speak for himself. I bet he's 85% on the PA and I'm 50-50. I can't even tell you how 50-50 I am. If he said we're gonna get this one, either one, I would be like, oh, okay, that's cool, but
yeah, and I'm probably not 85. It's probably closer 65-ish, maybe, towards the PA. But anyway, those are really the two rigs we've narrowed it down to. Notice I said narrowed it down to, because we haven't made up our mind yet.
Well, and the 21s haven't come out. We haven't seen if there's some new model.
Floor plans.
Yeah, floor plans for the 21s.
Because, I mean, because we have to pay off our daughter's student loans, and that's going to take a few months. And since we're ordering, we're going to have to come up with some money so that we can order. So, you know, a deposit, which...
So they know they're not ordering some weird RV set up for not like what other people want, and then it's just going to sit on a sales room floor because we didn't come get it.
yeah, so we got to put together the money to order it, so we still have time actually to make a concrete decision. But that's where we are right now. The Tiffin.
The Tiffin or the Tiffin?
Yeah, the Tiffin or the Tiffin. But... And like I said earlier, in our next video that we discuss our shopping experience and all that, we will talk about where we're at between gas and diesel. It's not a cut and dry, easy decision like everybody would like it to be, but we'll talk about that in that next video. So anyway, that is where we're at. Don't know if this helps you or not, but that's where we're at.
That is where we're at.
Oh, almost forgot. Doris and Bobby, you need to pay attention. Don't close the video yet. When we go to Lake Murray, we stay in the Elephant Rock Loop at Lake Murray. And if we can, because a lot of times it's already reserved, but if we can, we do our darndest to stay at site